Yeah.
So
All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Campbell, and I'm the chair of the National Society of Black Engineers. Let's go ahead and jump into our mission, which is to increase the number of culturally responsible Black engineers who excel academically, succeed professionally, and positively impact the community. All right. So we have a couple of announcements for you guys. So we'll go ahead and get started with our great guests. We just talked about our vision, but our vision for the Atlanta Professionals is to provide our members with events that strengthen professional development skills, provide networking opportunities, and give back to the community. We positively impact our K-12 students who are interested in STEM. We try and retain our collegiate NSBE members in engineering, and then just spread the message about NSBE's value as well as grow it ourselves. For our upcoming spring events, you should have seen our flyer with all of our spring events so that you can stay active and stay connected. We have been actively doing our district-wide NSBE Junior events. Our upcoming ones are this Saturday. Don't forget to sign up if you'd like to volunteer. Also March 2nd. Raise your hand if you're volunteering with us this Saturday with the children. We got a couple of them. All right, we will be volunteering in Atlanta. And if you're able to make it, then we'd love for you to come as well. Some upcoming events. We have our career readiness workshop. We'll go ahead and give an informational briefing about that from Warren himself.
All right, a little bit on the spot here, but all right. So February 23rd, career readiness workshop. So as professionals, we are looking for volunteers to help review resumes with the collegiate students, as well as be a part of the Q&A session at the end of the whole event. We'll do an honest Q&A sessions where collegiate students can ask you guys, the professional engineers, how you like your job and whatever questions they may have for you guys. So the event is going to have 4 particular workshops. So we'll have a social media etiquette, we'll have a resume review, we'll also have the interviewing skills, and I'm missing one because I'm on the spot.
Dress to impress. Dress to impress?
Dress for success. That's it right there. So it's just a whole day benefiting all the collegiate members across all the local chapters.
Thank you, Warren. And then Justin, if I could put you on the spot real quick about volunteering for district-wide NSBE Junior, impacting our community and our little kiddos.
All right, well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Justin Sugar, and I'm the co-pre-collegiate initiative chair for the Atlanta Professionals. So 2 Saturdays out of every month, we put on what we call district-wide NSBE Junior, where we host workshops. We host academic workshops at Date Academy over in DeKalb County, where we put on workshops teaching students about engineering, life skills, character development, as well as giving them the opportunity to engage in any robotics competitions. So we host it 2 Saturdays every month, and there's an email that we send out every week of every event in order to get NSBE volunteers to come show out. So I will send out an email to everyone who is here today, giving them a link in order to register and volunteer with us. So we look forward to having you all pop out with NSBE Junior.
Okay, thanks, Justin. Those are our 2 most upcoming events, and they're both in desperate need of volunteers. So please come out and impact your community and help make a difference. Other events we have going on. March 12th, the public speaking event. We have a community impact event coming on March 23rd, and then our spring gala and benefit dinner. Save the date for April 27th. All right, speaking of membership information, just a reminder, the Atlanta Professionals membership is $20. It renews around August, and you get to attend Atlanta events for a discount as well as vote in our elections. For the NSBE National Professionals membership, that's $50. That renews in August as well. You're connected to the nationwide network. You're not required. You get a discount to attend conventions. And the Atlanta Professionals chapter gets credit. So they actually count members as having both the Atlanta Professionals membership and the national membership. So if you would like to be on the executive board, then the national professionals membership is required, as well as the Atlanta one. All right, zone updates. I kind of went through most of them. Would you like me to spotlight everybody else and on the spot? Okay, no. All right, programs. So we went over it a little bit. District-wide NSBE Junior is on February 16th this Saturday, and March 2nd. Career Readiness Workshop is next Saturday. And then also our public speaking workshops coming up on March the 13th. For membership, please remember to pay local and national dues. You can pay the local dues whenever you're signing up for any event. It's always included. We'll go through a Slack refresher in a little bit for the comm zone. And then for administration, our elections are coming on May 14th. We'll give you another shout out of that. And for finance, know any potential sponsors? Please let us know. If we get that, then we can have better events for you guys, have lots more food, and make sure that we can get some scholarships going for these children that we're working with. And also, we need committee members. If you're interested, please let us know. If you're saying, I don't want to take on the big, big responsibility of helping out, plan all these events, but I can help out on a small role, I don't mind, showing up for a couple of events, something that's low commitment, let us know. All right, elections are coming up. We have the following positions. The top 4 are chair, vice chair, secretary, and treasurer. We also have programs chair, parliamentarian, membership chair, communications chair, public relations, pre-college initiative, as well as co-pre-college initiative, college initiative, and finance chair. I just want to sort of plant a seed right now, so we won't go into them in detail, but we will be pushing because we want you guys are here today. We want you to make that impact, to continue to make the Atlanta Professionals chapter the best that we can be. But keep in mind that you must be a paid member to vote or run for a position. So, you can't just have anybody come up and say, all right, let me go ahead and vote, 100 times for this person. All right. For Slack, we have just a couple of items. So paid members, you should have received an email from us to join the NSBE ATL Slack. Slack is similar to GroupMe. It allows you to receive updates, lots of good, interesting things. After clicking join now, Slack will instruct you to enter your profile information and make a password. There's an exclusive paid members channel where you can sign up, and you can contact Christopher, Brianna, or Ron if you guys have any questions. So Brianna, if you want to rate, oh, she's in the back. Never mind. This is Brianna. So if you need to be added to the Slack group, just let her know. We'll go ahead and get you added in there. All right. That was a run through. Do we have any questions, general questions about the chapter? Anybody have anything that they have on their mind? No? All right. Well, we'll go ahead and kick it off to the star of the night. Oh, just kidding. We'll go ahead and give a shout out to social media. So we do post all of our events on social media. Feel free to follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at NSBE Atlanta Pro, NSBE Atlanta Professionals, or Atlanta Professionals. Also check out our website with all the cool pictures on it at www.nsbeatlantaprofessionals.org. Now, what we've all been waiting for, do it for the culture. Join us for a conversation today about cultural responsibility with Michael Campbell, and hear how he founded the largest Black-owned streaming network in the world. And we'll go and plug it into. All right. We'll go ahead and give it up. So give Mr. Michael.
Thank you. So I've been here before, it's no secret, and had such a great time speaking with everybody. We have a responsibility, like it or not, by the color of our skin, to do better for those coming after us, right? How do we do that? How do we do that with so many things going on politically, with so many things going on socially? It's very difficult to do that. I'm going to tell you about how I came up and what led me to where I'm at right now. So I started out, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I didn't know what I was going to do when I first started. I thought that I was going to be a race car driver, an auto race car driver, drag racing. That's what I wanted to do. So they used to have these little cars that you connected the tracks together, and they had the controllers, these little cars, and me and my buddies used to get together and do this car thing. One day in junior high school, the teacher announced that they were going to have a talent show. One of my buddies played bass guitar, one of my buddies played guitar. And sometimes when you find that thing you really like, something triggers it, something snaps it, and you realize that's what you want to do. So I didn't really want to do the talent show. My buddies are like, you know, when the teacher announced it in homeroom, they're like, oh, come on, Mike, come on, let's do it, let's do it. And I didn't have any drums. I was a drummer with no drums, right? I lived in an apartment in Brooklyn where if you had drums, everybody in the building would complain, including your own folks. It would be a problem. But they got me some drums together because one of the guys, his dad owned a music store. So you can't get no better than that. So did the talent show, and then we decided to continue the band on from there, right? Why don't we just stay together? So we started rehearsing every now and then, and I realized that music was something that I wanted to do. There were kids doing all kinds of things. Gangs were prevalent in Brooklyn at that time. And the whole gang life and gang culture, I guess I was a kid and a few of us that did the music, the gang people didn't bother us. It was like, you know, they'd be rounding up people to rob them and they'd say, oh, you two guys, get out of here, get away from here. And then we would just run off, right? And I'll tell you a story. We had lunch after junior high school. In junior high school, we had lunch. And a bunch of these guys from the high school came over to rob everybody's lunch money. So my grandmother and my mom, God bless them, I must have had like $8, which back in that time, that was pretty good. You could eat pretty good on some lunch with $8. Yeah. So they robbed all of my friends, and they didn't ask me for anything. I still had my $8, and we wound up, I paid for everybody else, you know, who didn't have any money. So that was pretty cool. So I don't know what it is, but maybe because I lived in the neighborhood, maybe they knew that I played music, maybe it was a subconscious thing on their part that they'd say, let's leave him alone because he's really trying to do something with himself. You follow what I'm saying? I don't know what their thinking was, and it could have been a little bit of all that they avoided, you know, most of the kids I hung around with. So they used to come up to you and say, you're drafted. And then we would just walk away and say, man, we ain't drafted, man. We tried to do something, and we just ignored the whole gang thing. But unfortunately, other kids that I knew lost their lives. And they lost their lives over things like a jacket, some sneakers, a chain. You follow what I'm saying? Things that, you know, our parents or whatever saved up for us, and we go out there and somebody else wants it, so much so that they're willing to take another young person's life. And I knew that I was raised by my grandmother and my great-grandmother. My mother had me very young, so my grandmother and great-grandmother took over raising me. And that gave certain kinds of old school attitudes, certain kind of old school learning from elders that I definitely would not have received from my mother, right? And as I grew up, I remember being 14 years old, and I wanted to learn how to be a recording engineer because some friends of mine went in a building and we were playing on like the 5th floor, and the top floor had a recording studio, and it said Sweet 16 Sound Studio. And I said, when we set up, let's go up there and see what's going on. So we all go up there to the studio, and the guy was nice enough to let us in, right? So we go in, we look around, a big giant mixing board, and I didn't know he was one of the top recording engineers in the country, but he let us in, and he said, do you guys have any questions? You know, and I said, yeah, how much does that mixing board cost? He said, yeah, $150,000.
Wow.
And I said, oh, how much does that tape recorder cost? $75,000. So right then he had walked out of the room, and I turned to my friends, I'll never forget it, and I said, he's just saying that. He's just saying that because we're black. He don't want us to have nothing, right? So I think about that. I was like a radical then, right? I said, no, it couldn't be true. So we came back in the room with a stack of magazines, which was a professional magazine called Recording Engineer Producer, right? So he came in with the magazine and said, hey, we usually throw these out. If you want them, you can have them. I said, oh, cool. So he gave me the magazines. He left out again. And now I'm thumbing through the magazines, and I'm seeing those prices are real, right? Those prices were real. And I remember this sense of gloom that came over me, because I said, man, my grandmother had a tough time getting us bicycles. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bicycles were tough. And now we're talking $150,000 and black? I'll never have this, right? So I decided that I wanted to be a recording engineer. And I went to the phone book, because no internet. Now just think about that. No internet, no cell phone, not even a beeper, nothing, right? So you had to pick up the big old yellow heavy phone book, went through it, and I looked for Atlantic Records. Well, might as well start. Go, might as well. So I'm thumbing through, and it was the right call at the right time. So a gentleman named Herb Abramson answers the phone, and he says, yes, can I help you? And I said, I want to be a recording engineer. I want to be an engineer. He says, really? And he started laughing. He said, how old are you? And I think it was like 15, right? So he says, did your parents know you want to do this? And I said, yeah, they know I want to do it. Yeah, I play guitar too. And he said, all right, kid, come down tomorrow. Come down to the studio tomorrow. Because we didn't have engineering schools like Full Sail or some of the other programs. You learn by internship, by being an apprentice, right? So you come in, at first you're getting sodas, you're getting drinks, you're getting coffee, you're vacuuming, you're doing all this stuff, and you know, it happens over time. But but the beauty is, I'm delivering tapes to Roy Ayers and Gladys Knight and all of these big celebrities, right? I'm taking tapes, because a tape was a big old reel, right? That was a 14-inch reel. It weighed a ton, right? And so you had to physically take these tapes around. And I would go and sit at Aretha Franklin's house as a young kid. She said, come sit down and have a sandwich. Because I'm a young, cute kid, right? Come sit down and have a sandwich, right? So I could sit down, have a sandwich with her, and I didn't think anything of it. I would come home, I was making $5 a week. The token, it only cost 25 cents to ride the subway. One way, right? So I made $5 a week, right? My grandmother thought I was crazy. What are you doing, boy, $5 a week, right? But I would not have had the access. You follow what I'm saying? You get the access. So what happens is, so you're vacuuming in the room, and there's famous celebrities in the room, but you're just vacuuming, you know? And then one day he says, come sit down right here. And now you're sitting next to the guy at the mixing board, right? And now you're rewinding the machine. So when they say stop, cut, you hit rewind and go back to the part that they were getting ready to start. And that was like a big deal, right? Eventually moving on to, I met a gentleman who was named Otis Blackwell while I was there. I don't know if anyone of you know who Otis Blackwell is. Otis Blackwell is a black music composer who wrote for Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley stole the style of Otis Blackwell, okay? Now I'm gonna tell you how bad this brother was. He wrote Don't Be Cruel. He wrote Return to Sender, Blue Suede Shoes, right? So the brother was writing some hits, right? He was sending the tapes into Nashville, and they sent him back $5. He wrote, "Don't be cruel," and they gave him $5. Right? It's crazy, right? That's like, I'm naming like the hits that Elvis that made him famous, the most money made him millions and millions of dollars, right? Eventually, I went to work for Otis. At 1 year Grammy Awards, Stevie Wonder presented Otis Blackwell with a check for $1 million because they couldn't figure out how much money they owed him. And they just said, "Here's $1 million till we can figure it out. This is just so you can get straight, because we owe you a whole lot more than that, but at least if we give you that, you can kind of get yourself situated." Right? Pretty nice, right? Unfortunately, Mr. Blackwell did not live to enjoy that money. Smoking, bad health, right? He wound up moving to Nashville, and him and his wife wound up passing away before they could even enjoy the money. And then the money went to his daughter, and his daughter passed away soon after. So it was very, very sad in how that came about. Went on to play for a lot of well-known groups, and as a producer, as an engineer, as a music director, Sister Sledge, Peebo Bryson, Evelyn Champagne King, and then did some hip-hop, Wu-Tang, MC Light. I was MC Light's first producer. Let's see, who else? KRS-One. I did Criminal Minded album, KRS-One. So a lot of hip-hop hits, I worked for B-Boy Records in the Bronx, worked for a lot of record labels, and then music videos started to come out, right? So when hip-hop was real hip-hop, right? When it was real hip-hop, the music videos started to come, right? And so now you have this transition from audio to video, right? So now you've got these artists now making music videos. And for me, that was a transition that started to happen. And at that time, video, again, no cell phones, no computers, right? Just think about that. It even scares me. No cell phone, no computer, no beeper, and video was on a VHS tape. They used to have a giant VHS tape, probably half the size of that laptop. That's how big the tape was. It was huge, right? And it was called a 3/4 inch videotape. It looked like a giant VHS tape. And that's what most videos were done. That was the professional standard for television shows. That's like when you look at a show like Sanford and Son, or something from back at that era. It's color, but it's not as crisp. The colors are not as deep. That's because of the way it's recorded onto magnetic tape. Okay, and it basically fed the same way that VHS tape fed, but it was just bigger. And because it had more surface, it gave a better quality picture. Then we thought it was real cool. Compared to like color like that, you can't even compare it. But you could never get that color on a tape because the tape would oversaturate. You could never get that much signal onto a tape. So, all right, so moving right along on my journey, I decided, and I came across producing by accident. I was on tour, and I got home, and there's a group called Full Force. And they were pretty popular at one time. Their dad said to me on a bus ride home, he said, "Mike, what are you going to do now that you're back?" I said, "I think I'm going to start producing." And he says, "Well, let me give you this girl's number. She said she could rap. I don't think she could really rap all that good. I'm going to give you her number. Give her a call." And that was MC Light. He literally gave me MC Light, like literally, right? And MC Light I lived on East 92nd in the Flatbush section. She lived on 96. And Big Daddy Kane lived in the neighborhood, if anybody knows Big Daddy Kane. That's some hip hop history. I don't want to take y'all too far back, but that's real hip hop. I don't know what they're doing today. I don't know what that is. Right? I'm trying to figure it out, and I think I've figured out the evolution of music. Right? Right? So I think the thing that changed the music game was them taking music programs out of schools. Taking music programs out of schools combined with electronic music that allows you to compose music without someone else to interact with you. So a saxophone player has a saxophone and he just starts with nothing. He's holding that saxophone and he makes the use out of his breath, his tone, the reed, the way he's doing his hand. I mean, everything is organic. And the thing that made music sound so good from back in the day is the interaction between musicians, right? I'm playing and you're playing the drums. I'm looking at you. We're vibing. We're getting into it. Everybody's playing something different. Computers play the same thing, right? So you can loop something and it does the same thing over and over. There's no interaction between musicians, right? So musicians, if I hit a drum, I never hit the drum the same way anytime. If we measured that drum and the sound, every time we hit it, it never hits the same spot. It never hits the same level of volume. When a bass guitar player plays, he never really hits it with the same volume each time. Every single move is different, and it's all those little nuances that make songs sound so good. So when Rihanna first started singing, right, as a teenager, right, Shaka Khan was 16 or 17 when she recorded her first album, right? So this is just to show you a comparison of how music has changed. Shaka Khan at 17 comes in this room to auditions for us, right? Now you know how Shaka Khan sounds. She's huge, right? She's gonna come in here and blow this room out. Now we invite Rihanna in. She can't hold a candle.
Whoa.
She can't do it.
Whoa, simmer down now.
I'm sorry. She can't do it. And music has become more simplistic. And I'm sorry for Rihanna fans, but we are talking about, I mean, there was a time when vocalists had a certain vocal quality, and that vocal quality kept rising. So whether we talk way back, Ella Fitzgerald, right? And we keep going up the musical ladder. It keeps getting better, right? Shaka Khan, right? And then you have Patti LaBelle. Would anybody like to compare Patti LaBelle to anybody, really? No. Okay, good. So we can keep going now, right? Okay. All right. So, and then you keep going up with groups, right? Even in the 80s, so you had, obviously, the Temptations and all, but then you had Casey and you had Jodeci. You had some great groups during the 80s, right? You had some nice groups then, right? I call them the Timberland groups. That's the Timberland groups, right? Because brothers was rocking Timberland, when they were singing. They could blow, they were rocking those Timberland. But, so as we move forward in music, then it seems to fall off. I'm going to give the year 1991. Now, some people are now see. I'm going to give that year 1991. Now, we're going to come back to that year. We're going to come back to it. Okay. So, moving forward, I wind up a single parent, raising 2 kids, black man, raising a son and a daughter, right? I remember getting custody of my daughter. The fights that I had as a black man to get custody of my daughter, right? The social service agency that had her temporarily as I stepped up to the plate as a dad to get her. I remember the social worker, I got a job working for Senator Francis Dorn as a paralegal, downtown Brooklyn, nice job. I lived in Park Slope, Brooklyn, nice area, right? She came and visited, and she said, I'm still gonna deny you having your daughter. And I said, why? She said, I don't think that a man should raise a daughter, personally, and I'm gonna deny it. So I took her to court. In the courtroom, the judge looked at the paperwork and he said, what is this in front of my desk? He said, all the people that are in here that are having trouble, right, maintaining a family, and here's a brother that wants his kid, who's bringing this in front of my court? So the lady stands up. He said, come in my chambers, don't ever bring any case like this in front of me. Sir, when do you want your daughter? I said, today. He said, get all her stuff, have it to him today. He's taking his daughter out of here today. Never bring nothing like this in front of my courtroom, right? And that is, nobody told me as a black man, I have to take care of my children. Nobody said to me, there was never that conversation with my grandparents, oh, you need to do this as a black man. I had examples. You follow what I'm saying? They didn't have to tell me. I just knew that that was what I had to do. I knew my responsibility. I was there when it went down, so I might as well be there to take care of them, right? So what I did was, had my kids, and I was noticing that there were things on TV that were not really showing positive images for them to move forward, right? I noticed that on television, there weren't things, there was Disney stuff, right? Disney stuff is pre-programmed whiteness. That's the only way I could put it, right? It is designed for you to start thinking a different way, be a different way. I had a t-shirt, I went to Disney a couple of years ago, and I had a t-shirt that said, no white lady, I don't want your purse. So I go to Disneyland and I go with my t-shirt, it's a hot day in Florida, and the brother comes up to me and says, what's up? He says, yeah man, I like your t-shirt, but you can't wear it in there. So what are you talking about? It's not saying anything derogatory to anybody. He says, yeah, that's true, but we have a kind of happy place policy here at Disney, and you can't wear that t-shirt. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you a coupon, and you're gonna go in, and you can have any t-shirt in the house. How about that, right? So I think I got me a Pluto. I didn't want anything. I didn't want the rat. Anything that big has got to be a rat, right? It can't be a mouse. Yes, yes. So I was producing a lot of recording artists, and the problem that I noticed was that there was a difficulty in marketing them and getting them out to the market. So I had an artist named Linda Woodson, you can look her up, she's a jazz singer, and we did this incredible jazz album. I'd never done jazz before. And the problem was the problem that we all have as brilliant black people when we complete something. We finish something, a book, a novel, a piece of music, an idea, and then we say, now what? Right? We always need to answer the question, now what? Right? So we got to that point. We had this finished album, and I gave it to BET. They had a channel, it's now called Centric, but it was called BETJ, which was their jazz channel, right? I gave it to them, and they said, Mike, we love the girl, but we're BET. We need eyeballs. Nobody knows who this girl is, right? Who's gonna watch it? Sponsors won't pay for it. So I had a friend named Anna Marie Horsford. She was an actress on the movie Amen. And she played a Sherman Hemsley's daughter. And she used to always call him Daddy on the show, right? So I called her up and I explained the problem. She said, why don't you call Clifton Davis, the actor? Now, Clifton Davis played in Amen as well as the preacher in that series. Clifton Davis, on a side note, also wrote Never Can Say Goodbye by the Jackson 5. He's a brilliant songwriter. And he was in the composer Scott Joplin, who was the father of ragtime music, right? He wrote the only black ragtime opera called Treemonisha. And he was also involved with that opera, Treemonisha. Look that up. It's only been done one time, and I hope to be able to do it again and to get him to direct it. So it's a brilliant piece, and there's a great movie about Scott Joplin's life that Motown did that starred, I think, Billy D. Williams. They seem to like to use him a lot. So okay. So now, I felt like if we could get some traction on this girl, we could start to drive sales. So what I did was call up Billy D. Williams, and he said, well, Mike, I'll do it for you for $1,000 so I can give my wife to shop and a plane ticket to Las Vegas, because I was in Las Vegas. And he said, this way I can give her the $1,000 and she can go shopping while we're shooting the show. I said, okay, fine. So we did that. Show came out great. He introduced Linda Woodson to the world. He sang a duet with her. And it was that association with a celebrity that got the show sold. And I said, oh, TV for marketing. That seems interesting, right? And then I started to notice there was a lack of quality black shows, right? So my second project was a teen group called Flavors, which was supposed to be a positive image for young girls. It was 4 girls that sang, who also invited other talented kids to come on the show and do their talent, right? The show did well. Sponsored by Samsung. Microsoft had a little MP3 player called a Zune. Yes, the Zune player. And we were spokespeople for the Zune, right? Panasonic was a sponsor, and Yahoo was a sponsor, right? And so I'm tired of that song. We used to have to do that like everywhere we went because you're sponsored by Yahoo. So could you imagine like having to do that thing everywhere? So next move up from there was I'm at home. It was like something off a TV show. I'm laying in the bed, not feeling well, and I literally raised up out of the bed like something in a Spike Lee movie. You know, he does it all the time. Like gets an inspiration. And I said, this is the most amazing shit I've ever thought of in my whole life. That's what I said. It was that moment I raised up and said, this is incredible. And what was it? It was the idea of 2 different worlds, a black world and a white world, or the everything else world. That would include coons too. So let's move this over and move this over here, right? So I created Bob TV with this idea. In Germany, they have the Grammy Awards, but they don't call it that. If we all took a trip to Germany, we would all be in Germany and we get to know the streets, we know the movies, we know everything that's in there. But we also know that they have their own Grammys, they have their own Oscars, they have their own Tonys. They don't call it that, but they have their own. America, right, the US, we have our Grammys, we have everything, and we feel like we are the everything, like nobody else is doing anything. But in these other countries, they're doing things as well that's important to them because they honor theirs. They're not concerned so much about Beyonce because they have whatever singer is the star in Germany, right? So I created Bach TV so it is like Germany, okay? So it has all black content creators all black content. All the commercials are black. All of the creators are black. All of the artists are black. And the artists go from the beginning of music to around 1991. All right? So, but it's meant to be an archive, and I'll tell you what happens after 91. It becomes an archive of the things that we've done. If I'm a Martian and I come to this room and I come to the front of this room and I say, black humans, what have you guys accomplished? Show me a place where I can see your body of work that you've done in one place. Where is that? On this device you call a television. It doesn't exist, or it didn't exist, right? We never had a place that was archival that really showed. YouTube has been, you can see a cat playing the piano, you can see girls twerking in the water, you can see all sorts of things on YouTube, but nothing that really relates to what we're doing, right, as people of color. And I wanted to bring change to our brothers in Africa, our brothers in Brazil, our brothers in Belize, our brothers all over the world. We don't know what we're all doing. We're all doing stuff in technology, in engineering, in music, in theater, in all kinds of things, but we don't clearly know what each other's doing. So the television network was designed to really bring us all together into one place, so that the guy in Brooklyn knows what the sister in Botswana is doing, right? And because right now we're getting ready to celebrate this centennial, this 400 years of us being away from our motherland, right? And everybody's going to Ghana, everybody's going to Nigeria, to Kenya. I mean, there's this real resurgence of people going back to Africa. In the film and television world, Africa is number 2 in the world in film production. Number 2, right? With less resources than we have here, right? But they work off of an African principle of unity, right? We've been Europeanized, right, to believe certain things and do things to our own detriment, because we were trained to think against the way we used to think, right? In Africa, they don't have that problem, because they're always thinking in that way, right? They never lost it. They weren't beaten into not thinking that way. They weren't raped and abused into not thinking that way, right? So they think like this. So here, if I had a camera and you had lights, you had sound, and you had a script, right? So you'll say to me, Mike, let's make a movie. Man, I ain't letting nobody use my camera. You kidding me? Ain't nobody gonna use my camera. I'm saving up for some lights. And you say, well, I got some lights. Yeah, well, them your lights. You follow what I'm saying? There, they don't do it that way, right? They say, oh, you have lights? You have sound, you have script, let's make a movie, right? And then we'll go around and we'll make mine, we'll make yours, we'll make yours, we'll make yours. You follow what I'm saying? And that's how it grew. And it grew in a real primitive way, because the movies were sometimes written on the DVD. They didn't have no fancy packaging. They just wrote the name of the movie on a magic marker, $5. Right? That's basic hustle, right? That's like a brother in Harlem, right? He's just trying to get his CDs off, his DVDs, right? I'm sure all of us have probably bought a DVD or two from the bootleg man. I ain't pointing no fingers, but everybody's bought a little. But it's that kind of hustle, but only with their original content, with the things that they made that created this now huge market, multi-billion-dollar market, Nollywood, that they term Nollywood. Nollywood has its own awards. They have their own stars. It's big like the Grammys. Look at it on YouTube. You'll be like, damn. I mean, the whole lights, the glamour, they would not give a, they don't give a hoot about Beyonce, Denzel, blah, blah, blah. They doing their own thing. And again, that's that different world kind of thing that we create, right? Because we have to generate our own messages. We have to create our own images the way we need to, and we need to deliver the message of whatever we're saying. We need to be able to answer our own question of what now, right? Or now what, right? So when we create that book, now how do we get it into the hands of people? How do we distribute it? And we have to get away from this mentality of having to be approved by people that don't look like us, right? We can, the people on Bob TV are stars because I say they are. I don't need anybody's permission. I don't need anybody's acceptance, right? Bob became what it is because it filled a need. And they say one of the principles of business is find a need and fill it, right? So you have Jada was talking about Oscar So White. Remember that movement? The whole Oscar So White thing, right? And she had the power to do an award show. Black people could do an award show, right? You got Jada, you got all kinds of people with money that would throw the money behind. What do you need to do? Rent a theater, right? Get some celebs together, that's easy, right? I mean, but nobody did it. Now, I see that she's on Red Table, sponsored by Facebook, right? We do too many things for money and not for a cause. We bend too quickly for money, right? If I said to an actor, yeah, I'm gonna need you to go out onto Peachtree in blackface, and I need you to coon it up out there for about an hour, right? For $500, right? Some people will say, no, I'm not going to disrespect myself like that. Some people will say, I got to pay my rent to do the money, right? We have to have a level of what we will accept and what in terms of ourselves and in terms of self-respect, right? How far are we willing to go for self-respect? Bill Cosby's in trouble, right? Look at all the white Hollywood directors, Weinstein, Goldberg, and whatever, right? Because I worked for the biggest companies. I worked for the biggest companies. If you knew what they thought of you behind closed doors in a room where they talk about how they're going to deliver content to show to you, you would be shocked. If you knew what they thought about you, right? When, you know how when a statement is made that is derogatory, right? So like Gucci does something, that's the big news, right? Gucci does something, he said, oh, we're so sorry, we didn't realize it, we were insensitive, we're so sorry. Garbage. They knew it from the beginning, they understood it, they sat at a conference table and they talked about it. Because I'm the brother that would raise his hand and say, you know what, that's crazy what y'all trying to do right now. That's crazy. Black people are not going to be happy with that. Then he said, thank you so much for your opinion, Mr. Campbell, thank you. Thank you so much. You can leave now. And they go and do it anyway. You follow what I'm saying? Because they test us each time. Each time it's a different test. Like sometimes some of these people on radio have a meltdown, right? They'll have this meltdown and all of a sudden they're talking, and next thing you know, they're saying, oh, niggers, 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 and they're going crazy, right? They have a meltdown. It's because it's how they really feel. All the time, it's a test in Hollywood to keep backing off from really feeling the way they did. Hollywood has long understood the influence that it has over people and their perceptions by just showing something, right? Hollywood could fix racial problems in 24 months. All they have to do is make movies that show people of color in a positive way without negative images. Nielsen, who is the god of ratings, says that black people watch more TV than anybody else in the United States. And that we buy more things off TV. So if you believe that, right, and who doesn't believe Nielsen, right, who doesn't believe that, then why don't they make the commercials appeal to the people that buy more and that watch more? That would make sense, right? The problem is supremacy and superiority, right? That comes first. The image that you see on television, is that image I'm projecting who is supposed to be the most important people, the smartest people, the brightest people who's selling you everything, from laundry detergent to whatever, right? When they show a woman, don't show her with her husband. Don't show a full family. Don't show a complete family, right? Show the woman, here's a black woman, she's got a kid, and all she has to do all day is hang around with a bunch of white ladies. That's not even real, right? But they show that on TV, right? They have relationships in a lot of shows, right? The white women have the relationship. The black woman has no relationship. And if she does, here comes Johnny, right? Blonde-haired, blue-eyed Johnny. Because they want to push that, right? There are agendas. They realize the social implications of the things that they show on TV and how it will affect our minds. And while we're busy doing selfies, they're busy taking over everything because they have our mind all tricked and confused, right? So as engineers, we have a responsibility to involve ourselves with projects and things that make a difference, right? We have to take the lead on things, and we cannot be scared to do it, right? I'm not talking about little things. I'm talking about big things, right? Own stuff. Don't rent nothing if you can help it. Own everything. Own the dirt. Own it, right? Because as you start to earn your money as engineers, people will say to you, oh, don't buy. You should just rent. It's easier. Well, if that was the case, then why are you trying to rent me something? You're a landlord. You own something. You follow what I'm saying? So, and I'm going to show you Bob in a second, but I want to give you my interpretation of what Make America Great means, okay? Now, you've heard a lot of people, you've heard that phrase countless times, right? So, there was a plan initiated by Nixon, right? They did a study that showed that white people have a 0 birth rate. And what that means is they're not making babies as much as blacks and Latinos. And there's a study that says that they will become the minority, I forgot what that year is, 20, 40 something, but they're gonna, that white people are gonna become the minority, right? So here's what they're doing. Make America Great means they're going to go in and gentrify cities, every major city, and go in and gentrify the cities. When they gentrify the cities, then they control the school system, the governor, the mayor, and they begin to control, even though they're the minority, right? They're located inside the cities and controlling local governments across the country. So as they control those local governments, then the brothers that worked sanitation, the brothers that worked in water and whatever, soon they'll be out. Because a lot of them are renting and can't afford it, right? Laundromats are closing in black communities because now that there's gentrification, they're remodeling the houses with washers and dryers. Churches are moving because the people can't afford to rent, and so the church moves out of the community. There's a church right now in the West End, huge church, that's going to be knocked down for fast food restaurants.
Which church?
On Abernathy, across from Dunkin' Donuts.
I don't know where Dunkin' Donuts is, but I know where Abernathy is.
I'm trying to get the name of the church. It's on Abernathy, by the Kroger.
Okay, let's tell us, well, we got together, that church across the street, I think that was West Hunter, that's Ralph D. Abernathy.
Yes,
His
on
church,
Abernathy.
exactly.
So what happens is, all of this, so understand, gentrify the city, come in, buy all the property within the city, now you're able to vote for local elected officials. City council, mayor, school board, all of that. So even though you are becoming the minority, you're still setting yourself up for a position of control, right? So now as a person interested in investing in real estate, now it's hard to compete. Isn't it interesting how you can be in a house, walk out of that house, and a person of another color comes in the same house, we haven't done nothing to the house, and now it's worth more money merely because of the person's color of their skin. Isn't that interesting? Right? Isn't that interesting how others can place a higher value on themselves than we do, or than they give us credit for, right? So I wanted to say that because all of this is about what Black on Purpose television is about. So what we do is, our mission is positive images of people of color without negative stereotypes. We go into communities. We take old school buildings, right, that were an eyesore in Black communities across the country, and we turn those school buildings into television studios, training centers in media, arts, and technology, and co-working space for the creative arts, right? So instead of a co-working space where you come in and just sit down with your computer, you can come in and use a video editing suite. You can use a post-production facility. You can use a dance studio. You follow what I'm saying? So it's a creative co-working space. So just like you have ABC TV New York, ABC TV Chicago, ABC TV whatever, you'll have BOP TV in those different cities taking up those school buildings that we're sitting, right? And then we begin to affect the neighborhood around it, purchasing property, creating homeownership opportunities around that school building. So now you begin to change neighborhoods and change communities, right? And there are hundreds of empty school buildings across the country. Hundreds. Because when integration came, a lot of schools that were in Black neighborhoods got closed down, right? We tried to buy a school building here in Atlanta, closed 10 years. They have stolen cars there, prostitution there, crime there. And the local community group said they don't want it. They'd rather see the building sit like it is, right? That's going to be probably my next lecture. Everybody Black in Black.
Let us know what time and day we'll be there.
All right. So I'm going to show you Bob. So we started in 2013. My idea came in 2010. Remember that sit up out of bed moment in Las Vegas? And I was trying to decide where to go. And I thought about New York. I thought about, a bunch of places. But I said Atlanta, right? Chocolate City, right? Atlanta being called Black Hollywood is a myth. It's a myth. We might as well bring unicorns in because it doesn't exist. Hollywood does not employ that many people of color for film production. It's a problem. There's little opportunity in film production for people of color here in Atlanta. They are hungry, starving, looking for opportunity. The biggest employer, the biggest workforce of people of color in the film industry in Atlanta is the Atlanta Police Department watching all the stuff and guiding traffic. It's not actors and actresses. So they formed a group called Georgia Production Partners, which exists to train, because just like with contractors, and as engineers, because every city you go, they come up with this garbage with contractors that, we don't know whether there's a qualified engineering firm or a qualified contractor to do the job, right? That's the excuse they use in every city so that people of color don't get the work. So they use that excuse. There's not enough qualified camera people, not enough qualified actors and actresses. Excuse me, Atlanta had a viable music and production industry here way before the film industry came. Right? We made music videos here in Atlanta way before the film industry came here. We were making platinum, gold records way before any of that. Right? And when they worded the film credits for film, they said that the the music cannot contain any profanity. They wrote that into the law for the grant to keep black hip-hop artists out of getting the grant. Interesting, right? They sit and think about this. How can we exclude? Right? How can we exclude? So they had a event down at the state capitol to talk about this inequity in the film and television industry. And a senator came up to where we were and said, "What are you guys doing?" Because they always want to know what we're doing, right? "What are you guys doing?" "Well, we're doing an event about equality in the film and television industry." So he said, "So that's a $20 billion industry." We said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, why should we do anything to change that?" Okay? Let me tell you something. I respected that statement because it's real, right? I preferred the day when they called us niggas because I knew who my enemy was. Now my enemy could say, "Oh, welcome. Come right in," right? You don't know what's going on, right? Because it's hidden. Before you knew, don't even go to him, right? Because we know what's going on. And soon we learn it, right? Because I think, like Spidey sense, I think black people, we get this kind of sense of, this person seems a little dodgy to me, I don't think they're going to have my best interest in heart on this deal, right? We learn that instinctively. So, let's see. So I started this with $480,000, right, from my music stuff. That's no money in a TV industry, right? If we're gonna start a club, a little restaurant, that might be pretty cool, right? That's good money. In TV, that's no money, right? That's no money. And this is tethering off my phone, so that's why it might be a little. So the network has 16 different channels. education, business, food, fashion, health. And so there's something really for everybody. There's an inspiration channel, history and culture channel. So whether it is historians like John Hendrick Clark, anybody familiar with John Hendrick Clark? And so it's things you would not typically see on TV, right? And I'm going to show you, I want to show you some of the commercials, because when you watch this, you stay in the black world, right? 99% of the commercials are all black, entirely. So the show's produced by a person of color on a black network, watched by a black person. The commercials are black, so your children have a different experience from beginning to end. Because everything they see and everything they're influenced by looks like them, which gives them hope, encouragement, right? Because now I'm seeing that I can do that too, because I see them doing it, right? So I'm gonna play, see if a commercial will pop up on this. And this kid is like this incredible blues guitar player, right? And I was talking to a parent the other day who said, oh, my kids love to watch this kid play, right? And we have, one of the most popular shows was My Daddy Does My Hair.
Premiering Cristal Botanical Care for Ethnic Skin, a line of natural products formulated for your special needs. With Cristal Cosmetics, no more black spot, allergy, itching, acne, pigmentation, or even dryness. Cristal Cosmetics is designed to be compatible with all skin types, and the range now caters for the body as well as the face. First, deep cleanse. Second, nourish. Third, heal. Fourth, enhance. Skincare should be uncomplicated and extremely effective. Try Cristal Botanical Care for Ethnic Skin today. Cristal Cosmetics, powered by plant, blessed by nature.
Pretty good, right? Pretty good. That's black folks right there. Right? I'll play another commercial. Oh, that's our. That was done in Nigeria. Right? They have like some of the best animators come out of Nigeria.
Are you tired of lame pickup lines like,
Hey, sexy.
or,
What's up, Mom?
or,
You look like a dog glass of water.
and the club scene just isn't for you? Check out Chocolate Singles. It's the new dating app exclusively for chocolate singles ready to mingle. And it's super easy to use. Simply download the free app, create a profile, and boom, you're ready to go. Chocolate Singles has a huge database of eligible bachelor and bachelorettes right at your fingertips. Your happily ever after could be one click away. Chocolate Singles is available on App Store and Google Play.
Interesting, right? It's like it's our own world, right? Because you said, well, I ain't never seen this before, right? Because it's designed to be for us. So, and here's another, I'll play a couple.
Keep we island clean, from the east to the beach. No dirty of Jamaica, please don't do it. Keep we island clean, from the east to the beach. No dirty of Jamaica, please don't do it.
No dash no paper, no dash no plastic. plastic. Dispose your garbage responsibly. Now know how to recycle, learn the pick, and if you drop it, better pick up every piece of it. Plastics last forever, don't forget the bits. Cause when they touch the street, they end up in the sea. Collect on the reef where they fish them feed. And when you want seafood, I eat your eat.
Dry and clean, so clean. From the beach to the beach, so clean. No dirty of Jamaica, please don't do it. No dirty of Jamaica, no dirty of Jamaica.
So the commercials come from all over the world, right? Because remember, this is, yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to interject, we're proud of the people in this room. You know, they do our
Mommy, can I help? Can I have some help? What is this?
It's hunger.
What does it do?
It's the key to delicious food.
Hunger gives any dish such a great taste and unique flavor that every meal is a special treat.
Can I find that at Kroger?
Can I help?
Always when the food is ready.
Hunger, Mama's helping hand. And now, introducing the fifth.
They would never show that commercial. Never! Never!
I have a question.
Yes.
How does Bob differ from BET and TV One?
Okay. So, the difference is in the kind of programming that we do and the positive programming. So, there's no, as we would call it, cooning and buffooning, right? Not to say there's not fun things. There's great comedies, there's great shows, there's great drama things, right? And I'll show you something. And I have to get out of showing just the music stuff because I'm such a big fan of music that I always showing the music stuff. So TV shows are sitcoms, drama shows. We have shows that are serious dramas and the whole deal. I'm going to show you.
I saw it.
Oh, so let me just, this is a cartoon called Black Archaeologist. It's an adult cartoon, right? It's not for kids. Black Archaeologist is about a black archaeologist that's on a mission to discover secret treasures and secret things that we, from Egypt, you know, statues and artifacts and things related to our history. But there's a group of FBI or CIA people that are always trying to stop him to destroy it before he gets to it. So if they get to it, they're gonna bust it all to pieces. And he gets it and tries to save it and archive our history. So there's some crazy episodes on there, but I want to play. So as you can see, there are. Sorry about the delay in it. It's because it's coming off the phone. Spin is a great drama series. It was shot in London, England, right? Great cast, great TV series. And I know you like those shows. Yeah, it was on, it was on YouTube at first. Mhm. Yeah, it's real good. And a lot of things wind up on YouTube because that's the only place they can put it. It's very difficult for us to get, to get stuff out. It's very difficult for us to get it from. I'll play this one. I'll play Spin. And it is a drama series, okay? It's a drama series.
Are you tired of main pickup lines like,
Hey, sexy.
or,
Hey, what's up, mom?
or,
You look like a tall glass of water.
and the club scene just isn't for you? Check out Chocolate Singles. It's the new dating app exclusively for chocolate singles ready to mingle. And it's super easy to use. Simply download the free app, create a profile, and boom, you're ready to go. Chocolate Singles has a huge database of eligible bachelor and bachelorettes right at your fingertips. Your happily ever after could be one click away. Chocolate Singles is available on App Store and Google Play.
And she got some college students, they put the commercial together. We do what we have to do, to move this forward.
We ride, go out, find a party, get high. All night till we see the daylight. Yeah, wait.
Rice and chicken.
Rice and chicken.
What are you saying like that?
Oh, yeah, rice tastes like porridge, man.
You like that rice?
You don't cook it, man.
What do you mean? I want me to use my rice to cook up.
Yeah, you coming in, bro? Yo, bro, you cool?
So this weird almost hold up the lift. Come on, this guy's serious.
Look, bro, we're gonna have a serious problem in a second, you know that, right?
Are we?
Hey, what, hold up. Hey, bro, do you even know who I am?
Nice dream.
You might have a nice hand it over.
Oh God, no.
What are you gonna do with that, bro? Even though you try to roll. What are you gonna do with that, huh?
Shut the fuck up. Hand over your chain and your ring.
Hurry up, man. You know how this works. Don't be a hero. This is it. This is him. Bad boy Alex. In the lift. With the girl. Yeah.
Babe, please just give it to me, yeah?
Come on.
On the phone call, bro. Just one minute, right?
Good, good. Got a phone? I'll take that, 2 things.
Yeah, it's pretty good for Campbell. You want everything. Go on, tell him to put the knife down.
Hey, Juntin. Hand over that lovely necklace of yours.
My necklace. Is he really asking me for my necklace?
Did he buy it for you?
Just take this shit and fuck off, alright?
Thanks, guys. I mean, this was amazing. I had a blast. Did you? No? Okay. Cool. In a bit, yeah. Yeah, we seen you around, bro. You think so? This is crazy.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause this for a second. Give you the suspense of this. All right, so he's gonna go home later with the girl, right? And look for his keys. And when he's looking for his keys in the drawer, he's gonna find the same necklace that was supposedly stolen in the elevator. Right? Meaning that he was set up. Right? Then this guy here goes to visit a girl who's claiming she's pregnant. He then tells her, gives her a surprise and says that he's not as old as she thought he was, that he's actually in the 10th grade. Right? So as he tells him he's in the 10th grade, right? That he's in the 10th grade, then she then takes the pillow from out of her stomach because she's never been pregnant. Wow. Because all of her girls have a club that they take guys for money by pretending to be pregnant. So, right, so they got a little club, they're little girls, right? There's about 4 of them that live in a spot together. And they all pay their rent by the money they get from the guys on their little scams, right? Right? So it's like a soap opera, right? It's like a drama. It's got a lot going with it. And so the network is not what I would call, or what a person might call milking cookies. There's good, solid stories, there's great stories in there, and great comedy. So let me see.
Mr. Campbell.
Yes.
So you say you had a co-op where you have these buildings that you buy and then you do the filming and all of that. How do those co-ops then get programming on your network?
So they submit it, right? And there's a criteria that we go by. So this story has a moral to the whole end of the story, right? So it all comes around to this final dramatic conclusion where the guy gets his chain, he finds where the chain is. No, I'm talking at the very end, right? He finally catches the guy who he saw in the elevator at a party, right? And all these different people come together at the same party, same night. It gets crazy, okay? All right? So what happens is we review the content. So every piece of content gets reviewed, right?
I have a question, Mr. Campbell. Do you have content in other languages? I know there's Black people who speak French.
We have one film that is in French, right? But has English subtitles, right? We're expanding the network from 16 to 24 channels, and one of those channels is Bach TV Africa. And Bach TV Africa has all those great $5 African movies, right? Plus new content, because as these content creators started making money, the quality of the movies has gone way up. If you've seen more modern African movies, the quality has gone way up. So, as far as our content, we're gonna do more things. We're working on closed captioning and some other things, the ability to change languages, right? I wanna be able to, if you're watching the show and you see that guy's cap, you could click on it and it will send you an email where to buy the hat, right? So that's some of the other things we're working on. We just landed a deal with the television manufacturer Vizio, to be on all Vizio televisions worldwide, right? So we should be on the TVs around June, as soon as we get all the technology straightened out. And then we will be on the African version of Roku, which is called Quasi TV, throughout Africa and on mobile phones, because that's how they watch in Africa. Because a TV, for a lot of people, is a very expensive luxury item. So they watch on a lot of things on mobile devices. And the internet there is real sketchy at times, depending on where you live, right? So that's something that they've been really trying to work on there. By the way, China is trying to take over Africa.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay?
One of the greatest African American poets once said, I know why the page words sing, Maya Angelou.
Martin Luther King once said, darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that.
The darker the skin, the deeper the roots of black man. We are Israel.
We are virtue.
We are black.
Huh? You won't see that commercial nowhere. We have, by the way, we have 13 billboards throughout the city, and you might see them sometime soon for the month of February for Black History Month. Right? So the cartoons are all black on the kids channel, all uplifting, motivating cartoons. Yes.
Can we see an example of one of the cartoons?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can cut things down to maybe about 5 or 10 more minutes.
Sure.
And wrap up.
Any questions? Yes.
I have a question. In regards to gentrification, at what point, what's our responsibility in gentrification? I, myself personally, I straddle the fence. I know, I look on one hand and I see people that look like me, that mainly elders, being pushed out of communities. But on the other hand, I'm like, okay, well, this is a business decision for me, and this is helping take me to the place where I want to be in my end goal, right? So, is there a responsibility in each of us when it comes to gentrification at all?
Well, I look at it this way: the buildings in black spaces, right? That it's all like a pimp game, right? In that we own these houses. They complain that, well, they weren't maintaining these houses. Well, you oppress our economic condition to a point where we can't do what we have to do to our houses, right? I want you to look at the Urban League's study on the black community. It's a recent thing that they did. It's kind of a study of the black community, and it shows that of all IT companies, right, less than 5% employ black people, right? We talk about Google and Microsoft. You saw how many people they don't hire that look like us. It's amazing, right? And this whole study, it's a recent study. You can Google it, by the Urban League on the state of black business. I believe that's what it's called. In terms of gentrification, you know, the buildings were good enough. They're good enough for white people to live in them. Then they're certainly good enough for us to live in them and fix them up and live in them, right? So we don't have to sell everything just for the sake of selling. We don't have to do that, right? We don't have to sell. We can make money by rehabs. We can make money by investing into the community. We can make money by saying no. We can make money by, hey, you want to sell your house? No. Right? I'm going to fix this house, and I'm going to rent this house. Right? We can take a house, fix it up, sell it to a black family with owner financing, so so they don't have to qualify through a bank, right? Just with owner financing, and then turn around and sell that paper, sell that mortgage. You know how, if any of you have dealt with a mortgage, you can have a mortgage that's with Chase 1 minute, right? And then a few years later, you get a notice that Chase doesn't have the mortgage anymore because they sold it to somebody else, right? So a simple concept like, because the paper is for sale. They're just moving paper. Mortgages are for sale. There's a whole market of investing in mortgages. So if I sell you a house, you don't need to qualify in the same way as banks do. You have a job, you're good, blah, blah, blah. I sell it to you. You own it. Now I'm getting payments from you. And I take that mortgage to another company and say, I'll sell you this mortgage. The woman owes me $200,000. And they said, we'll give you $170,000 for that mortgage, or $160,000 for it, right? Thank you very much. Now you have the mortgage, I got my money, I'm gone to another project. You then notify her that now she's to pay, you have to pay him. That's the way all the mortgage business goes, right?
I would just mention, with your peer group, the way Metro Atlanta has evolved, probably some of the 3 hardest areas for African American professionals would be Gwinnett County, Cobb County, and between downtown and the airport. Between downtown and the airport, it's gonna be like 3 times with 7th Street in Atlantic Station. When you talk about like white flight, in terms of real estate values, Gwinnett County is gonna add 500,000 people. And what kind of, like down here, you work with the luxury apartments. Well, if you're getting ready to get married and have kids, the real estate values out there are just astounding what you can get.
I beg to say that it's not about going where the white folks is going, it's finding out where the black folks are going, beating them there, and having properties there that you could rent, that you could sell, and growing businesses where black people are going.
That's Gwinnett County.
Don't worry about where they are. Go to where they're going and beat them there, and build businesses and establish things to where they're going. Because now you're establishing new black communities, and that's going to be the growth. The new black communities wherever they're going. Okay, so I'm going to play this one. This one's a pretty popular one. This is Bino and Fino. I don't know if anyone's heard of them, but it's a cartoon made in Nigeria, right? And really popular with kids here.
Then we'll wrap up after we watch this clip. Just FYI.
And millions of people watch this every day. Hello. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe it was going to play.
You all in the camera?
I am. And I keep saying, when it comes up, I keep saying, I gotta go this year. I gotta do it. And I never do it. Tonight I'm doing it. Tonight I'm doing it. It was a Patreon campaign that we were doing for Bob back in the day. That's my house. That's at my apartment.
By becoming a part of the Black on Purpose television family, you not just help.
And we moved that big mixing board out of it.
Great,
couldn't believe I had that
great Black TV T-shirt. Of positive energy, something we need. Because you know, for so long, we have relied on God to create the energy.
This is like this long
is the time now. This is a time where we can really grow that and we can really change things. So I'm asking for your support, and I thank you so much because it really helps a lot.
This is the end, I can tell.
Fino,
Vino,
Fino, Fino, and Fino.
Vino,
Fino, 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 and Fino. What a big birthday party! A day just like any other. What are you doing, Fino? Getting ready for school? Oh, good. But where is Bino? Oh, there you are, Bino. Looks like someone is just waking up. What are you doing? Getting ready for school, of course. And you better get ready too, or Mama will not be happy with you. But we don't have school today. Yes we do. No, we don't. Yes we do. Oh dear. This is becoming quite an argument. Okay. Why do you say we don't have school today? Because, oh, Bino can't remember why he thinks there's no school today. Let's go and ask Mama if there's school today or not. Okay. Wow, look at these wonderful decorations. Are we having a party? What a big cake.
So the cake is for, the birthday is Nigeria's independence. The birthday of Nigeria's independence. And so he explains to them what independence was, what that meant, how that was for the country back in the day, and he explains that to the kids. But there's also cartoons on Martin Luther King, cartoons on John Henry, cartoons on all kinds of things.
I told you we don't have school today. Ah, I see the cake has finally made it out of the oven. Yum.
Okay, so that's that. So I thank you so much. And I want, I'm working on a project, and I want people to get involved, right? I want to grow Bach TV, right? I want it to be the #1 destination for viewing of positive Black content, right? And I want to turn this company into a multi-billion-dollar company with revenues of about, yes? Revenues of about $1 million a month. That's what I'm looking at, right? Yes.
Yes, I didn't want to interrupt you, but will we ever see because I know you're promoting positive Black, but will there ever be an integration of the existing programming?
No. We're looking for people, the goal of Bach is to provide opportunity. We leave the things that you normally see, you can watch them on other channels, right? So the shows that you see, like if you watch Spin, or you watch any of the other sitcoms and shows on Bach, you'll become familiar with them, and they will become celebrities to you, and they will become people of influence to you, right? So you'll have them over here like you see them on traditional TV, but we have our own stars, our own people. Because people always ask me about Netflix. Netflix will never be this Black. Never, right? There's only so much room. We want a seat at the table, right? But the table only has 3 seats, and the line goes from here to California, right? So where do all those people sit down? So occasionally you get somebody that gets a big opportunity, but that's rare, right? When you see a big winner of the casino and you see the poster, Mary won $250,000, right? They promote that so that you'll play. But they're always building on the casinos because they make money off the losers, not the winners.
All right, let's give it up for Mr. Campbell. Mr. Campbell, thank you so much for coming to speak with us. I hope that NSBE can continue to be part of the broadcast of your success. You guys have what is there?
Just don't sell out like BET did, please.
Yeah, so, you know, that is a question I'm asked a lot, right? Because, you think it's fair?
Okay.
Wow. That's one for the book right there. So, no, go ahead, get yours. She got you.
She always does.
It should be all right. No worries.
All right. So I'm working on projects in the community. We're working on things to grow up, and I'd like you guys to be a part of it. And I'm going to be reaching out, and I'd like to talk about maybe doing some kind of event together or something that we could do together in raising money. You know, we could. I'm open to figuring out stuff that we can do that would be different, that would be exciting, and